Hi. For any business, tracking the productivity of your employees is very important. Many businesses even link the productivity of their employees to the payroll. Now, attendance is one of the most basic things that you need to check to track the productivity in terms of whether your employees are spending sufficient time in office or not. Now, many businesses are decentralized, employees are spread across multiple offices. Sometimes employees are too busy to even log into the system and mark their attendance. In some cases, people maintain registers. In some offices, they keep WhatsApp groups for people to mark their presence. In some offices, they have a morning call to make sure that everyone is in office uh, as they start work. Now, different companies are doing these things in different ways, but the end objective is to make sure that the attendance of the employees is tracked. It's easy for their employees to register their presence. And at the end of the month, it is easy for you to identify who was present for how many days and finally make your payroll according to that. Now, this entire process, while it sounds simple, may get complicated. And for anyone who has run the payroll for a decent sized company, will realize that these things do take a lot of time. Half the times you are living with ignorance, you're believing the line managers, and you're struggling to have a system to take care of this all. Now, Asanify is one solution that helps you do exactly this in 5 easy steps in a manner that whether you have different offices, whether you have field staff, if your people are too busy to log into the any system for marking attendance, or even if you want to ascertain the presence of your employees by having a selfie based attendance. Now all these complicated scenarios get simplified in the Asanify platform in 5 easy steps. Let's have a look at what those 5 easy steps are. Step 1 is, if you can see the attendance module, here you can configure the attendance policy exactly the way you want it. You can define the start time of your office, end time, how many hours you need for employees to register a full day presence, half day presence. You can even define whether you want to have the employees have their selfie taken while marking their presence. You can create a geo fence of your office location, or even if you have multiple locations, you can create a geo fence across the multiple offices that only when the employees are present in that area, only then they are able to mark their attendance, otherwise not. So creating the policy with what are your time constraints, whether you need a geofencing across your office locations, do you want to have the proof of attendance in terms of selfie or not? That becomes the first step of creating the policy that is a one-time setup for your company. Once your policy is set up, you can simply assign that policy to your employees. In step 2, let's have a look at, once the policy is assigned, how can your employees simply mark their attendance and sometimes without even logging into Asanify. For the step 2, after your policy has been set up, it becomes literally like a 1 second job for your employees to mark their attendance in and out. If they are in office, they can choose to log into Asanify using their browser. They can also install the Asanify web app like you can see on my phone right now. Or the easiest thing to do is on WhatsApp, save the Asanify bot number and mark your attendance quite easily using WhatsApp, which I'm sure almost all your employees must be doing. So let's have a look at how the WhatsApp based attendance work. So if you save this number as Asanify bot on your phone, marking attendance in and out is a 1 second job. All your employees have to do is type in, and in case your policy requires the employee to upload the selfie or be in that geofence, like in my case it does, uh, all your employees have to do is open the camera. They can simply take the selfie like I did just now. After taking the selfie, the system will check whether the conditions are being met or not. It says that the policy also requires me to share the live location, in which case I can just open my live location. So if you have put the geofence around your office, the attendance will be marked as valid only when your employees are in that 60-meter or 100-meter radius that you have defined for your policy. The best part here is that if you have multiple offices, you can fence all your offices. And even if your staff is moving around between one office to the other, you don't have to change the geo fence because the employees can be there in any of the fences and they can mark their location still. So I'm sharing my current location. The system will now check that my selfie has been taken. I'm present at the right location. And as you can see, the attendance has been marked. The same process happens when they are marking their attendance out. This makes sure that whether it is through the browser or the mobile app or quite simply on WhatsApp, the attendance marking is done seamlessly. In the step 3, once your attendance has been recorded for all the employees, we'll have a look at how easy it is to run the payroll and have the sync between the attendance for your employees and its impact on the payroll. In step 3, when your employees are marking their attendance on Asanify every day of the month, running the payroll, as most of you would know already on Asanify, is a fairly simple job. All you have to do is click on run payroll, select the month for which you're running the payroll. Let's assume that I'm running it for this month. There is another detailed video on run the payroll. I'll attach the description for that video. It's a 10-minute or a 15-minute tutorial on the details of how you can set up the payroll and run the payroll seamlessly. For the purpose of this video, I'll just go into the syncing of the attendance part, because once your employees have marked attendance, its impact on payroll is something that the system will take care of by itself. You don't have to worry about keeping track of it separately. Now here, as you can see, the payroll has been run already. Right now, the loss of pay days is blank for all the employees. When I click on sync LOP days, the system automatically selects the month for which you're running the payroll. And when I click on sync LOP, as per my policy, the system will check whose loss of pay is how much, depending upon the number of days they were present, absent, half days, leave without pay, all those scenarios that are there. So since this is a demo account, there are not too many LOP days, but you see these zeros that are getting populated already. All I have to do is, once the attendance has been synced, I just process this input. Processing the input means the system will recalculate the salary with the loss of pay or any other adjustment that you would have made. And in the next step, I will just simply review and confirm. Now, with this, what we have seen is the attendance policy gets created. It becomes simple for your people to mark their attendance on a daily basis. And for you, at the end of the month, when you're running the payroll, all the attendance data is already present. With the sync LOP, the system will automatically do the loss of pay estimations. You can just simply confirm and generate the payslip. Now, the magic does not stop here. While you have run the payroll, the fourth important step comes in, where you can also initiate the payout to the employee's bank account. It is through Asanify, we have also simplified the payout through the bank account. Right now on the demo account, you see that the initiate payout button is grayed out. That is because on a demo account, I can't link my bank. But for a normal account, you can create your virtual account, link your bank account to this virtual account, where on a single click, you can transfer the money to your employee's bank account or even their UPI accounts directly. So this makes sure that the attendance is tracked, simplifies the marking of attendance for your people, and the payroll is executed and the money is transferred to their bank account seamlessly. Last but not the least comes the payslip part. Now, as many of you would know already, the payslip on Asanify gets auto-generated the moment you run the payroll. In the regular setting of the payslip, you can also customize what all features you want in the payslip. For businesses where attendance is getting tracked diligently, you may want to add an annexure to the payslip saying that I want to show the attendance summary, or you may even want to show the attendance status. Attendance summary will create a box which will show how many days the employee was present and how many days were they absent. And as a result, the loss of pay is getting calculated. But the daily attendance status will show the exact in and out time as a detailed annexure. Let me show you the download payslip for the payroll that I've run just now. As an admin, I can obviously download the payslip for any of the employees. Let's say I have downloaded the payslip for this particular month. Now, as the PDF is getting downloaded, I will see that the payslip will contain the regular section about my income and deductions, but there is also an annexure that tells me the overall attendance summary for the month and the daily attendance status on how many hours the employee has worked, what was the in time, and what was the out time. With this, it completes the 5 steps of how you can track the present status of your employees on a very simple way, in a very simple way, without your employees going through the hassle of either logging to the system or creating a WhatsApp group for doing that. Yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Do check out the description about the run payroll that I have attached, which will tell you how in 5 minutes you can configure your payroll, and running the payroll then becomes a very simple activity. Thank you so much for your time.